I'm not answering any questions. And this is being recorded as well.
Oh, absolutely. Me too. I'm recording it too.
Okay, good.
Okay, yeah, we're recording it too.
Good.
But like I said, I drive back here 10 times a shift minimum, and there's never anybody back here. So when there is somebody back here, we pay close attention because, again, businesses are closed. There's no reason, unless you work at one of these places, and I'm assuming because of your demeanor that you do not work at any of these places. So I would like to identify you because you don't actually have a legal
let me just ask, am I being detained, ma'am?
Yes, right now, because I am investigating what you're doing back here.
Okay, can I speak to a supervisor?
I am the supervisor. You see the sergeant stripes right there?
Okay, is there somebody over you?
There's nobody over me right now.
Okay, like I said, if I haven't broken any laws, I'd rather just be on my way.
Okay. Did we get a photo of him yet? Okay, well, we're going to hang out here. So, I forget what the name was on as the register of the vehicle. Are you the registrar of the vehicle?
Like I said, man, I'd rather not answer any questions.
Okay. Well, then we're going to wait. So this is, let me tell you, sir, the easiest route out of here is you to identify yourself, okay? So the hardest route is now we have to sit here and wait for my dispatcher to find your photo and verify who you are.
Find my photo?
Yeah.
How's she going to do that?
There's many ways for us to find photos.
So your accusations were unfounded, asking me what kind of history do I have with Sacramento. I mean, what's the point of that?
So that we can see if we can figure you out.
Well, why would you automatically assume I have any history, any negative history?
Do you have any history? As I said, do you have any history in Sacramento? Have you ever been arrested?
No, you said, what is your history? You didn't say, do you have?
What is your history, and have you ever been arrested?
No, you're making the assumption that I have a history, any negative history.
I'm just saying.
What's your name, ma'am?
Sergeant Gallo.
Gallo, how do you spell it?
Just like that.
Oh, it was slightly folded, so I couldn't see the.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, let me tell you, I'm assuming right now that you're Mr. I haven't verified that. Okay. So, like I said, I'm not assuming that you've ever been arrested.
If you had said, do you have any history? That's a little bit different than saying, what is your history?
Well,
it's like me going up to him and saying, are you still beating your wife? I'm making the assumption that.
Did I say, how many times have you been arrested?
Well, what do you mean by history? Go ahead and clarify for me.
Okay. Did I ask you how many times have you been arrested, or did I ask you, have you ever been arrested? Did I ask you, are you on probation?
You said, what's your history? You said, what's your history?
Did I ask you, are you on probation or parole? No. Did I? Did I ask you that?
No. But you said, what is your history? Not do you have it?
History of Sacramento, right?
What do you mean by that, ma'am?
Do you have any history that I should be concerned about from Sacramento?
Okay, you could have worded it a little bit differently, but like I said, I don't want to answer any questions. That's just me protecting my privacy. Yeah, it's not personal.
Like I said, we're gonna sit here until I identify you, right? That's the name of the game. Because I'd rather figure out who's back here. Because if I find out later that something was broken into over here, this is why I have a detention. Because if I find out something was broken into, then that's kind of where we go. That is you, Mr. You're now free to leave.
Okay.
Okay. Have a good day. I would suggest you not hanging out behind any businesses. It doesn't matter who you are.
But I could have been a customer here. I mean, there's
nothing open at this hour, and because of the fires, because of COVID. I know that there's nothing back here for anybody to be. There's no legal purpose for you to be back here.
Okay.
That's kind of where it boils down to.
And if you want to sit, there's...
Again, can you stop flashing the light in my eye, please, ma'am?
There's a large open parking lot right there. There's another one over there. So that's kind of why it's suspicious, right? People tucked away where no one can see them versus, like, if you were sitting in your car in a parking lot, you know, with a bunch of people all day long, I would never think twice about it. But sitting secluded behind a bunch of closed...
But if there were signs saying no trespassing, right?
There's nothing about trespass.
Nobody
said anything about trespass.
So what legal basis did you have to detain me, I guess, is the question.
I've literally explained it to you about 3 or 4 times, and he just explained it to you again.
What law?
It's not a law. It is...
So you can't detain if I haven't broken a law? If you don't have reasonable suspicion that I've broken a law...
Reasonable suspicion
that I've broken a law?
Oh my God.
That a crime has been committed, might...
what crime?
About to be committed, okay, or is being committed.
Okay, excellent.
Suspicion. So
what crime?
of potentially burglary.
Well, it's called reasonable, not speculative suspicion. You can speculate about anything.
So we're splitting hairs, man. I'm just
It's not splitting hairs. I mean, I can.
Can I talk? Can I just talk and
Sure.
explain it to you? Okay. So look, I can tell you personally.
And I'm sorry, what is your name? Do you guys have business cards?
Officer Wardle.
You're officer and you're sergeant?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So look, man, I can tell you I've personally taken cases on video of people sitting back here. They get out of their car, they pry doors at all times of day and night when the businesses are closed. I've gone to multiple alarm calls out here. Okay, I've been a police officer here for several years. Okay, so I know, based on my knowledge, that these businesses have been targeted for burglary, right? So, again, right, what I was getting to, my point originally, is that there's an open parking lot over there, there's an open parking lot over there, and then there's this little dark alley in the back where no one can see you, and that's where you're sitting in your
Well, it's not dark, sir. That's not true. There's lights all around here.
Okay. All right, man. Look, so I'm just trying to explain it to you. So reasonable suspicion is if we have reasonable suspicion to believe that a crime has been committed, is being committed, or might be about to be committed, and we may have interrupted it, right? So we're coming out here to go, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sitting in my car playing chess, I'm eating food, whatever. And then it's like
Perfectly
okay.
legal. I personally don't see that as suspicious.
That's making sense, right? So we're doing an investigation.
Now, if you saw me like twisting the locks on doors or looking like, that's a reasonable suspicion that I'm doing something wrong. But when you show up and I just say I'm going to move along, you say I'm detained.
So let me tell you something else that happens in this area. Is there a lot of drugs? There's a lot of. I'm not saying you're doing drugs.
So again, that's speculation.
Listen. You don't let me finish.
Go ahead.
Okay. A lot of people do drugs. A lot of people. Hello there. A lot of people are always looking down. When I drove by, you were looking down. Hello there.
And then I show you on my phone that I'm playing chess, right? So I'm looking down. I'm not looking down to avoid eye contact. I was already on my phone.
I didn't say you were looking down. See,
Go ahead. I was looking down.
So you don't let us finish, and we already explained. You're free to leave at this point, right? We already told you you're free to leave. You're.
But I was detained. I feel that was an unlawful detention. But okay, you said I was looking down.
Okay, that's it. You're looking down, which is very customary to people that are doing drugs, right? I can't see your hands. Could I see your hands when you're looking down like that?
You can see the glow, and when you walk up, you can see the screen. You saw I had a phone in my hand. So at that point, you know I wasn't doing drugs then, right? You shine your flashlight in here, you didn't see anything related to drugs. So again, you can speculate about anything. I mean, I can speculate that those aren't real police uniforms. You can do that with anything, right? Everything you guys have said has been speculation, hasn't been reasonable.
I think that's your interpretation of reasonable, and then our interpretation of what we believe to be reasonable. I've tried to explain it to you, and I feel like at this point, I've explained it 6 ways till Sunday as she, and every time we try to explain it, we get interrupted, or you just don't agree with us. So I think we have a difference of opinion, and like the sergeant said, you're free to leave whenever you want. I'm happy to stand here and have a conversation with you, but we're trying to get you to see our point, right?
But I'm sorry, go ahead.
And the point is, man, if you were sitting in that parking lot with a bunch of other cars in a parking lot, not a big deal. If you were sitting in that wide open parking lot, not a big deal. The fact is, you made the choice to come back here and sit behind closed businesses in an alley instead of be out in public with everyone else, and that to us is suspicious based on our experience as police officers, experience as police officers here in the city of Cotati, and our drug investigations and property crimes investigations, the numerous ones that we've done over our combined, 13, 14, 15 years as police officers here in the city of Cotati, right? So that's what we're explaining to you. That's why that is suspicious. This is what's called a high crime area because of the amount of drug arrests. We get a ton of drug arrests here in that parking lot back there, right? We get a bunch at Walgreens and we get a bunch downtown. Any other place in the city? No, not a high crime area. But there are 3 that I can tell you in the city of Cotati, and you are sitting secluded in one of them.
I see people parked back here sometime. Like I said, this is, I'm legally parked. Like I said, I was playing chess on my phone. Play chess. Okay. That's really the main reason. But
are you under arrest right now? Are you being issued a citation?
What have I done to be
exactly nothing? Because we've done our investigation and figured that there's no crime going on or about to go on, and we're telling you we're gonna leave, and you're also free to leave.
Okay, but if two strangers, with guns told you that you can't leave, right, and that they're going to keep you somewhere, and can you point that light down just a little bit, ma'am?
It's literally pointed at the ground, dude. It's literally pointed at the ground.
Okay, I mean, not according to this video, but it looks pretty bright.
It's just a bright
But if
light.
two strangers walked up to you with guns and it told you couldn't go anywhere, I know you guys are police officers, and in some people's mind that they feel that gives them extra rights, but that's unfortunate. When I said I'll leave, everything you guys have stated, in my opinion, has been speculative suspicion.
I think, like he said, there's going to be difference of opinion. You're free to leave. You're free to leave. You can go. Have a good night.
Okay.
Like, we're going to walk away. You're free to leave.
All right. Thank you.
I suggest you not stay down, not back here, okay? Okay. Have a good night.
Okay, but I mean, for the record, am I breaking any laws if I stay here, or?
No, you're not, but you don't want some tweaker coming up to your car, I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
All right? It's more of now a safety thing. Like, I'm telling you, there's just sketch people that come back here. But if you want to sit here, go ahead, sit here.